welcome back to my channel. I'm Tatiana. I'm a mentor and business coach helping women that want to start their own creative businesses. And so today I got my glasses on. I'm gonna put on my little teacher hat for a second, and I wanted to introduce you guys to my summer series that I'm gonna be doing, and it's called The Foundation. And this is something that I work through with all of my one-on-one clients, as well as the First 10 training. We talk about the foundation of a business. It is the first 3 steps of the First 10 model that I created, and I'm really excited because the First 10 training is actually getting turned into a self-guided course that will be coming out a little bit later this summer. And I wanted to give you guys kind of a little bit of an intro to some of the things you can expect in the class. So I'm going to give you the first 3 steps over the next 3 weeks to really get you started, to kind of think about the business that you want to create, or even if you have one already, these steps are going to be really important just to really get a feel for what you're doing, who you're doing it for, and why you're doing it. So that's the 3 things we're going to be talking about. I also have a little mini workbook that I created for this as well. If you click the link down below in my description, you can get that very easily. You'll get it right to your inbox. If you want to pause the video, I wait, and you can follow along and write your answers in as well. Let's go ahead and get started. So as I mentioned to you guys, this is what I call the foundation. And basically where I get the word foundation is I like to compare starting a business to building a home or building some type of structure of some sort, a building. And I like the word foundation because in some homes, they have these little foundations, these slabs that they have to put down first before they can actually start building the house. You know, this is what allows for it to have something to stand on. It gives it that strength. It gives it the backbone almost to allow for it to last the test of time. And that is the same thing with your business. I feel like a lot of times it can be so easy to just get caught up in the idea like, oh, I want to start a business. And then literally 2 days later, you have launched some I don't know, makeshift website, and you're selling some stuff and different things like that. There's so much more that goes into starting a business other than just the thought and just starting the action. You have to really take a moment to think about the reasons of why you're doing it, what exactly it is you're doing, and really take a moment to research your market as well. And so these 3 steps are really crucial to starting any creative business. I'm going to specifically be talking about using examples of stationary product-based businesses, but it really can apply to you as well depending on what you're trying to sell to your customers. So I'm going to try to keep this little summer series very short and sweet. Videos under 10 minutes is my goal. So we will see. I can really talk a lot, especially in the topic of business, which I guess is good in a sense, being a coach. But anyway, I want to get into it. So today we're going to talk about step 1 of the foundation, and that is, what do you do? So as part of the First 10 training, one of the things that I have is what I call a key 3. And the key 3 is basically 3 steps that are within each step. And that just kind of allows for an easy way to take action and to kind of break it down. My mind works in 3s a lot of times. And so I was really excited to do this key 3 thing. And so I want to introduce this to you guys as well. And so the key 3 for what do you do is simple. It is 1, well, what do you do? 2, who else is doing it? And 3, what makes you unique? And so what do you do is very simple. Of course, that is what is the item or the items that you plan to sell. And I always recommend to start small, 1 to 3 things in the beginning, because you don't want to overwhelm yourself with a ton of ideas. You don't want to have 20 plus things in your brand new shop that you just started, because it can be a lot. It can be very overwhelming, especially if each product has its own individual set of tasks that comes along with it. So what I always suggest is to just start small. Do a brain dump of all of the different ideas that you have of products and things. I have a video that I filmed about this, so I'll make sure I link it down in the description and up in the cards if I can figure that thing out, so you guys can watch that video if you have just a ton of ideas and you really need to narrow it down to just a select few. And always keep in mind that the hope is that your business will continue to grow. And so don't feel like you have to do everything right now. This will give you an opportunity to expand and grow over time and have some things to work towards. So once you know what you want to do, my question to you is, who else is already selling this? And I know, y'all, saturation is a word that we love to use. The market is saturated and there's too many people doing it. And I get it. I know where that's coming from. I remember when I started my shop back in 2016, there were a ton of planner shops already out there, a ton of people doing the thing, and I originally started with A5 planner inserts. That was my thing that I started with. Even though I had a lot of ideas, a lot of things I wanted to eventually sell, I started with A5 inserts, and particularly I had two that I launched my shop with. I had a day on one page and I had a 2 days on one page. And so when I decided that was what I wanted to start with, at the time I was obsessed with ring bound planning, and I just loved using my A5 binders. I had a ton of different colors. I still have them around here somewhere, and I just loved it, and I knew that this is what I wanted to do. And so I had to take a moment to really look around and see, okay, what are other people doing? How much are they charging? What is their process? How often do they drop things? Like, what do they put in their descriptions? Like, I really just did a very big picture research moment, probably a few weeks of research, to really look at who else was already doing the A5 inserts, to make sure that not only was I providing the best possible product to my future customers, but also just to give me an idea of how the whole industry works, and what are some of the different things that I should be looking for, sharing with customers, and all of those things. And I've never been a person that copies or anything, but I like to get inspiration. And what I love about it is it gives you the opportunity to see what's already out there, what people are doing, what customers are attracted to, who their customer is that your customer? And then what you can do with that information is, okay, now that you know what they do, what void is missing? Is there something that maybe they're doing this way and you're kind of like, I don't really want to do it. I want to do it like this. And that is going to be your unique edge. That is what's going to make you unique. And that's the key. That's key number 3. What makes you unique? What sets you apart from all of the people that are already out there doing it? And it's so important to know that about yourself, because when you have the mentality of, yes, it is saturated, yes, a lot of people are doing it, am I going to be successful? One of the biggest indicators to that is, how can you set yourself apart from everyone else? I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little clue on this one. You are you. No one else is gonna do it like you. And so you already have an edge, in a sense that you are unique. You're an individual that's gonna bring something that maybe has been done 10,000 times to the table, but it's not gonna be brought to the table the way that you're gonna bring it. And so always keep that in mind, no matter what the case is, as you do the research and you see what already is out there. Just remember that the whole point of this is to see where you can fit in and how you can become very unique. And so after I did all of the research of my A5 inserts, I noticed that there were a lot of different people out there doing it certain ways. This was back in 2016. I don't know what it's like now, because I'm not just A5 inserts, so I don't do a ton of research on them now. But at the time, there weren't really a lot of inserts that had like a grayscale kind of finish to them. A lot of them were black and white, and I really like grayscale. If you've ordered any of my products before, all of my stuff is grayscale as far as like the text and lines and all of those things. And so that was one thing I wanted to do with mine. And then I also had an idea to do this 2 days on a page, which I really did not see out there a lot. I really wanted to make sure that I had something that was a little bit more unique that I brought to the table, which can be difficult, you guys. Like, I don't want to make it seem like it's super simple, because it's not. And sometimes just because, you feel like, yeah, I'm me, and I know that no one's gonna do it like me, sometimes it can still be intimidating to figure out, what is that unique factor about you, or what I like to say, what is your boldness factor? What is that one thing that is just so different from everyone else that they cannot take that away from you? Even if someone else sells the exact same thing, you're doing it like this, and so they can never say that they are exactly like you. That is basically what I wanted to touch on with you guys today, the first part of the foundation. Next week we are going to be talking about who do you want to do it for, and that is going to be all about really just getting into who your target market is, how to do that, and how to really learn who this ideal customer is that you want to sell to. So definitely come back for next week's video. But what I want, my challenge to you is, if you feel comfortable, down in the comments below, I would love for you to share with me and let me know, in this whole thing of what you want to do, let me know, what are you guys selling? What are some of your plans for when you finally launch your shop? Are you selling stickers, notebooks, t-shirts? enamel pins. There's so many amazing things out there. Eyelashes. I've talked to someone that's doing lashes. Like, what are you guys planning to sell when you finally do launch? I would love to hear about all of your amazing ideas and things that you have to bring to the world, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next week. Bye.